Good morning, it's Mish here. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, thanks for stopping by, and if you are one of my crafty friends and kindred spirits, thanks so much for hanging out this morning. So today is going to be another week in the Margarete Miller Collage Challenge. This is week, what week is it? 17? And if you are new, I do have all my weeks already in tutorials on my channel in the playlist of Margarete Miller. Today's prompts are a ladder or steps, aged or discolored paper. I'm just looking at this and it looks like it's aged or discolored paper, something reflective, a quote or a line of text from a poem, a photograph of a crowded place, and some graph paper. I'm just going to start by I'm going to use this aged or discolored paper as a background. And then for my graph paper, I just have a little bit of graph paper here too. I was going to get this down actually before I started filming, but I didn't. I'm just going to use some tape runner. I try for my journal not to use a lot of wet adhesives. I could use a glue stick, as you already know. I tend not to really get on with a glue stick. I end up getting stuck everywhere. And then, so this is going to be my aged paper. And I'm just going to get another piece of graph paper down below there. It's Saturday morning here in Halifax, Nova Scotia. It's overcast and rainy, which I like. They're my favorite days. I love the rainy days. I'd probably like snowy days too if I didn't have to shovel the snow. All right, I am going to try and save a little space for my prompt. But as you know me, this might end up getting closed over, but I do attempt. I do like to have it in my collage. I know a lot of you aren't bothered, but if I later decide I want to look and see what the prompts are, then I have them to hand. I'm going to try and get this right out close to the edge. And just get that down. And then this page just came from, I think it came from a plant book. So we'll get this down. And most of this background is not going to be seen. All right, so there's my background. And then I have a space to stick that in there. All right, so then my next prompt is, I think I'll put down the quote. So I have this calendar that I picked up from the calendar store that pops up at Christmas time. And I don't even know if they still do, because I haven't looked the last couple years, but here in Halifax, it would be over in Dartmouth at Micmac Mall, and I would just love to go in after Christmas, and I ended up buying like tons of little calendars and stuff. And this one here I just thought was a pretty color scheme, and the little saying says, "One is loved because one is loved. No reason is needed for loving." And I just love that. And it's Paolo, and I can never say his last name. Paolo Coelhe, Coelhe, I think it is. I used to listen to his. He has an audio book that I would listen to, and I think it's The Alchemist. And I really like his. I like that book. Now for a crowded space, I'm using these two images of flowers, because they're definitely crowded. Not that they mind, but I just kind of felt that that's a bit of a crowded space there. And then for my steps, I'm using this photo here of these steps these rock steps that are actual natural steps. So I kind of thought I'd use that. And then I have a couple things here that I am going to use to embellish. I picked this up at Michael's. a couple days ago. It was in a $1.99 bin, and this is reflective. As you can tell, it's reflecting the light. So I want to get that in as my reflective bit. And then I also pulled out my little flower book. The kids had given me this, gosh, maybe 2 Christmases ago now, and I use it quite a bit. And I just love, this is my favorite flower book of the sticker books this is from Michael's too. And then what else did I pull out? I have the planner, Color Story, the big sticker book thingy, and I might use that sticker, but I just got to get an idea here first. Okay, so I'm thinking that I might have to just trim this side a little bit, and then I think it'll make this space look a little bit more crowded too. Yeah, that's better. And then I'm kind of thinking of tuck in this, kind of like it this way. And then I'm going to cover the date, but I don't want to cover the dragonfly. Thinking of you, dragonfly. Hopefully, I hope things are going well with you and your kitties. All right, so I'm thinking maybe like this. So that's kind of the backbone. All right, and then this I was thinking I would put down here, and I know it's pointing over here, but this is what makes me happy, and you guys make me happy. You know, before I started my channel, I was getting to the point that, you know, it's kind of sad to say, but that I was thinking, why am I doing these crafts? Because, like, there's only so much, you know, you can give away, and I didn't have a crafty friend local to me to do some things with. So then I started my channel, and, you know, we've created a little community, and I just really love it. So thank you. Guess what I'm trying to say. So you guys make me happy. So I got this thing off, I think I got this one off Temu, and I didn't want to take away from those steps, but I did want to just jazz this up. And I have, this is a vellum one, and this is a little bit, reflects the light a little bit too. So I'm kind of thinking maybe something like that. Oops, a little bit off screen there. Getting a bit sentimental. But I'm also thinking that I might use something from here with a little reflective edge to, I want something there, maybe this sticker to kind of go under here. Oop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this in half, and I'll save half of this for another time. One thing I did also pick up a while ago, which I forgot to show, and cut out there for some reason. I'm not sure why, so I'm not exactly sure what was the last thing, but so I've layered up a couple circles there, and then I was just showing that I had picked up the sticker release book from Amazon, and it's actually just sticker paper that you can put stickers and things that you can take off and use later. So I've been using it for things like this when I, you know, instead of putting it back, I don't know, I like that idea of just having the sticker release. I am going to do a couple projects with the release that I'm going to need the release paper for later. See, I kind of like how that's just peeking out to give me a little bit of a layered effect there. I think I am going to get this sticker down. Okay, and I don't need all of it, so I can save a little piece of this for something else I might need at a later time. And I am going to get this side tacked down. Okay, and then get this in here and try and get this up. So it is about 7 a.m. in the morning. Actually, it's 20 after 7 because Chester has this internal alarm clock. And he just knows when it's time for breakfast. I am struggling here a little bit. My thumb isn't rolling this morning. The joint is really stiff. Yeah, so I'm laying in bed thinking it's Saturday. Let's just chill out. And of course, he's crying. But I got up and I got him his breakfast and decided to come in. And I had come in last night to just... Okay, so my camera keeps cutting out. I'm not exactly sure why, but I've got the half circle down there underneath here, and I have my lupins just tacked on there for now to decide what's going on. And then, so I've got this, and then I want this, and I have my little doily, which I got this off Temu, I think, or Shein. And I'm just going to put that like that because I like that, and then I'll put a little, I'm going to put a little something there. I'm not sure what. I think I can put, I'm going to tack this down now. So sometimes I do use glue if it's a bit awkward. The glue that I use is just Elmer's strong all glue, not the school glue. There's too much water in the school glue. And I think I'm just not going to tack that down quite yet. So here, I'm kind of thinking I'll go with these stickers and just put a little reflective sticker there. And then I'll just wait for now. So with this one here, I kind of wanted a little border. So I've got the washi tapes. These are just sitting on my desk. And I kind of like this one here. And I'm thinking, I'm not sure if this would go. Because I think the greens would pull out. I think I'm going to go with that. It's not quite the greens there, but it's not two different shade of green. And if I'm looking over here, it kind of matches that green. So maybe I can do a layer effect with the... All right, so I'm just going to go roughly, this is going to be roughly like that. Could also peek out from there because I'm going to need something a little bit there. So I think I'm going to do that. Let me just get this down. The thing with this is I have to have enough room at the bottom for this saying because I want this saying, but maybe I won't use this. We shall see. Let me see here. Because I love this little, let's just get that down. Okay, and then that's going to go there. So with this, I do like the idea of just doing that and then getting this down. So I'm just going to get the center of that down like so. Okay, and then when I do that, I've got a little bit of a space here which I can fill up. I do like, one of the reasons I like this is I've got this little strip here, which I don't care usually if both sides jive because they're definitely not the same color combination, but I kind of like having that there, so I'm going to put that down right here, really close to the bottom, like so. Okay, and then, so now we've got our steps, we have our discolored paper and our graph paper, we have something reflective, we have a line or quote, we have our crowded space, so we have everything that we need. So I'm just going to hide that in there. Hopefully I won't stick washi tape over it. Now this here, it kind of came from the middle there, so I'm thinking that might work to just put there. So I do like that. And then I'm going to go back to reflective, and I think I'll use a little bit of this washi just kind of put a little line there as a little border. But I kind of would like something up here. And I'm looking at here, but maybe if I just put Hello Sunshine, that might work. I was going to tuck something underneath it, but maybe I'll just put something over top of it. Let's go here and see. I do have a couple of those little borders, and I do have one of these little tabs, and I kind of like the green theme. Yeah, so I kind of like that for underneath there. It kind of shows up on camera more as a brown, I think, but it's, the green is similar to this green that's in here. So let's get these edges down now. We'll get this tacked down. And then we'll move on with just adding some embellishments. I'm going to do a couple little bits of stamping, I think, just to draw it all together. All right, and then I think I will put that. I do like that. The other thing I got at Michael's when I got this in the $1.99 bin. There was also this row of butterfly stickers, and I thought, oh, $1.99, that's good. That's a good deal for butterflies. So I think I'll probably add another butterfly, but I like this. So I'm going to try to get this down. Now, had a little trouble getting the backing off of that. So I may, oh, there it is. It's coming. So like I said, I think, unless it got cut out, today's Saturday. Saturday here in Halifax. And I usually get, well, I don't usually. I try to get some videos ahead of time, like my Daphne's Diary. And now I'm starting a Wednesday weekly collage of my own. If that's something you're interested in, then I have started a Facebook group, Mish Crafty Community. So if you're interested in joining our little community, you can find me there. I also put the description down below. And so I had been trying to get stuff ahead of time, and now I'm out of ahead of times. So this weekend's going to be busy, kind of like this. Just trying to get a Daphne's Diary out for this Friday, as well as my own for this Wednesday. Okay, so we've got that. How are we doing? I was eyeballing this butterfly, which I love, so I'm going to put that one there. And then we have that. I'm kind of thinking, you know, when I get these books, there's always these circles. And I sometimes use them, and I sometimes try them out, and I don't like them. But I'm thinking about just putting a couple of these circles here. And we've got the butterfly, we got the dragonfly. So I'm thinking we need a bee, because we do. A bee is very significant to me. But it's kind of, where do we put the bee? I don't know. I do not know, because I was kind of thinking of doing a couple of those layers, but I do want to put the bee, sentimental reasons. So let's stick the bee there. And then let's put one of a kind, because our mothers certainly are one of a kind. And then here's some smaller circles. So maybe just do a little cluster here of another circle, or a little flower. I kind of like this little guy. And this is reflective too. So, oh, and we can use, oh, that works well. And it looks like this is kind of the ground, and the flower is flowering up. I like that. I just need a little something something. I just want something skinny to go along that edge there. And what I'm kind of thinking is taking is taking this edge of pink and cutting it so that I have a little border there as a layered up effect. Just find that that's a little bit dark on that side, kind of over here. Doesn't really play out on the camera, but put a little heart there. I could go with the green, like do a layer of green. I wasn't thinking, and I should have got more washi tape out and some more to go with this effect. What else do I got on my desk? I have some, oh well, here's some graph paper, and that would go with the prompt as well. So what I think I might do is just take a little about this graph paper and putting this down here. Okay, I did cover over my steps somewhat, which I didn't want to do. So I'm not sure now if I can, what I think I might do with this. I'm going to take up that heart. I'm just going to take my scissors. I'm going to cut this a little bit because I want to see more of those steps, these steps here. I just love that image. Actually, I'm going to try to do a little bit more. So I'm going to get my skinny scissors and try and cut. So after I do this, it's going to be around 8:30. That's a bit wonky, but I told myself I was not going to go to the thrift stores today because I don't need anything. But it's a little something that I can do on a Saturday that keeps me out of trouble. Meaning I'm not going to Michael's or something and spending more money than I need to. So I might do that. Now I got this thing up on my, I'm going to have to cover this March here, on my, I don't know, Instagram or something. And it said that the ice, forget what they're calling it, essentially the ice capades are in town. And I remember as a kid, oh gosh, I don't know how old I might have been, like 12 maybe, that my mom, a bunch of kids from our street, we went to the ice capades, and I absolutely loved it. It was at the Metro Center, which is no longer called the Metro Center, but downtown. And the Metro Center is now called the Scotiabank Center, I think. Because Scotiabank took over it. Sponsorship, I guess. And I was thinking, oh gosh, I bet you the kids that are going to that are going to love it. I was going to put another one of those down here, but I think it'll look too samey. But I do want to put a little something here. So let's just see. I'd like to do like a little, a banner. If there's banners in this book, I'm not sure. Like, there's usually banners in the back. But I'm not seeing one in here. So I guess I can just take something from here, like this little reflective scallop edge, and put it down like that, which I like so. All right. Then I have another little bit of that, which I think would look good up here. Yeah, there. I need a butterfly over here. And then I'm going to do just a bit of stamping. So do we want blue or, I think I like this guy. I thought this was a really good deal for $1.99. Awesome. Okay, so then I pulled out just a couple stamps. So that can actually go in there all the way now. And I'm proud of myself that I did not seal that over. Okay, so with my stamps, I pulled out this set. Now this set, I don't know where I got it. I don't know if I got it off Amazon or Temu, but it's actually a good little stamp set because, at least for me, it has some text, tags, just some dots, some cancellation stamps, a couple little labely things, some swirly lines. So I think it's a good little stamp. And when you're looking for a stamp, or when you're looking to get a stamp set, you want to think about the things that you like to do. Now, I always stamp off because I like, for one thing, to see what it's going to look like. But by stamping off, I also, it's not going to take over my page because it's not going to be as dark. And I just want to add a little text because I added, I don't think it was this text stamp, but I added a little bit of text on that side. So I just thought I would bring it together and add a little on here. Now you could use a Stampin' Block. Right, and I think that's it. So thank you so much for watching. And if you are interested in doing the my little collage, I can email you the PDF with just a little little information about it and the prompts, or you can join the little the Facebook group. And I'm humbled by you guys because you do such fantastic work that I can't even think that you even think that my collages are nice. But yeah, so you just humble me with your awesomeness. But anyways, if you haven't subscribed, I'd love for you to subscribe. And if you've liked this, I'd love a like. And until we meet again, I do hope that you stay safe and well, and bye for now.